All right, so I would like us to look at the value of time by way of introduction, the value of time. Now, time is so precious that if it is wasted, it cannot be regained. And it is oftentimes being said that the only commodity which is equally or evenly distributed across to everybody, regardless of race, regardless of continent, regardless of profession, regardless of wealth, whether you are poor, regardless of gender, is time. The truth of the matter is that each and every one of us, from the president to the pauper, from the painter to the professor, from the pastor to the policeman, has 24 hours in a day. The most important question is that what do you succeed in doing over that period? If you want to really appreciate the value of money, the value of time, I would like to use a more real subject so that we can really appreciate it. And I will use its correspondence with money. After all, some people also believe that time is money. It is not really that time is money. It is the value you place in time that is money. This is what I mean. Let's take that if you are paying me a particular amount of money per hour based on the work that I am doing for you. Let's say that every hour you are paying me 100 Ghana cedis for a particular work that I'm doing for you. This is the question. Is it possible? So now when you pay me 100 cedis, you are not paying me 100 cedis for the 1 hour. You are rather paying me 100, the value that I bring to you over that 1 hour. That is what you are paying for. So now the question is that, is it possible that I can increase or invest in myself so that I increase the quality of value that I am giving you still within that same hour, and that you are going to increase my money? Yes. Oh, of course. That is why within that same hour, somebody is taking 10,000 cedis per hour. Somebody is taking 50 cedis per hour. Somebody is taking 5,000 cedis per hour. What is the differentials? The differentials is not because of the 1 hour particularly. It is because of the value that you place in the 1 hour. The value that you place in the 1 hour is what is going to what? Bring about how much money that you are going to get. As you are listening to me, I would like to stimulate your mind along these lines. Consider and ask yourself, is it possible that you can start investing in yourself? So much so that now the value that you give to your boss, the value that you give to the market world or the marketplace is so high that the amount that we are paying you now, you can be paid 10 times of that still within that same time frame because of the value that you invest into yourself. If you understand life this way, then you are not going to waste your life. It is quite sad, especially when you consider the African context. The way a manner that we waste time. We don't use time to do anything. We don't consider time in anything that we do. Because to us, it is just passing and it is just fleeing. The second point, in order to stimulate our lives or our minds on the subject matter of time, is that when time passes, it cannot be regained. When time passes, it cannot be regained. With this understanding, it means you must invest so much into that given space of time. Because if it is gone and gone for good. It is just like stepping on a river, a flowing river. You cannot step on the river the same place twice. To you, you are stepping on the same place, but the reality is that the exact spot part of the water that you touch has gone. It is past and gone. How can we advance as a people when we are given to disrespect and disvalue for time. One of the things that is going to revolutionize our thinking, one of the things that is going to bring about a radical paradigm shift, and in fact is going to boost even the economic disposition of our country, is that we begin today and then we embrace time consciousness. I've always said and contended that respect for time or time consciousness is not a Western principle, it is rather a universal principle. And whoever pays the price to respect time, he or she is going to get much more out of time than the other person. When you wake up each day, what value do you give over that space of time? The third aspect, in order to stimulate a particular understanding or thinking for you to appreciate the value of time, is the fact that we've said that time is life and life is time. And if time is life, and I normally use this analogy of, this obituary that we see. Anytime you see a poster, gone too soon, obituary, just name it, gone to eternity and all, we normally attach a particular, age. What was the age? 70 years. Many people don't really know that the age we are talking about is time. Why is it time? It is time because if I say 70 years, that 70 year span, the years can be broken down into months. The months can be broken down into weeks. The weeks can be broken down into days. The days can be broken down into hours, minutes, seconds, and even microseconds and nanoseconds. What does it tell us? What it tells us is that if this is the tone, then when you see that somebody is dead at the age of 70, it is just the accumulation of microseconds that have been compounded to give that 70 years. So the value of what the person did over that period is what becomes the most important thing. The question I want to ask you is this: that what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your time? Each day when you wake up, how do you engage and then maximize the use of your time? Look at the kind of person that you want to become. And everything is centered around your commitment to the proper usage of time. I would like you to join this mindset. What we are committed to doing as a New African concept is to pioneer this new wave of thinking, what is normally called a paradigm shift. We want to re-engineer the wheels of nation building. If we can start raising a new crop of people, particularly the youth, that will be given to time consciousness, that will be given to valuing what they do at every time, I can assure you that Ghana will be on her way to assuming global relevance. When you go outside there, one thing that you see very characteristic of them is respect for time. There is no way our economy can reach competitive global levels until we begin to respect time at various, levels. Now, the final thing I will add is that when it comes to time, it is just about, it's just about having a suitcase. Everybody has the same size of the suitcase, and then you are given stacks of papers to what? To arrange. When you come every day, and then you just take the papers and then you throw it into the bag, you realize that just few can fit into it. Another person can come and then take the papers and then take the time and then arrange it properly so that so much can also get into the bag. My question for you is that each day that you wake up, by the close of the day, how much do you succeed in packing into the bag or the suitcase that you have? Though the suitcases are the same, some people succeed in packing much into it and others succeed in packing very little into it. Now, we want to give ourselves this task because we want to be more invasive, not just passing out information. And for this, we want to initiate cascade of discourses. Let us hear you in our comment, or let us read about you and read your styles in our comment section. What do you think concerning the styles we are talking about? And if you need any help, we are very much ready. Our arms are widely open in order to accommodate you. Our goal is that we can be of help to you so that you can imbibe these principles. I've always said that what grows a man is not merely the information or revelation. What grows a man is rather commitment through obedience to whatever that we are talking about. Whatever we are sharing, until it is actively engaged, it will not go anywhere. But when it starts with enlightenment and then we actively engage it, then we will be on our way to soaring higher. It is possible together. Let us commit to it. Thank you.